Hong Kong's laws and policies are based on monogamous marriage and do not recognize same-sex marriage. However, more people shift into an open-mind perspective about the attitude of homosexuals along with the time change. This video investigates attitude towards legalizing homosexual marriage by public-wide interviews and questionnaires to find out the feasibility of legislation. Our survey results reveal that among 70 participants aged between 18 to 30, an overwhelming majority of them are accepting of homosexual marriage and homosexual people. Furthermore, approximately 2/3 of the participants advocate that gay spouses should generally enjoy rights that spouses also enjoy. As for the remaining, most of them are just neutral while the rest are against it. More people show a positive attitude towards legalizing homosexual marriage than those who do not, which means democracy tends to fall on legalizing. Social worker Jacob Siu told us something about homosexual marriage, which is about hospital visitation rights. He said that a client or case study has told him that they fail to visit their same-sex partners because they're not considered family members. Same-sex couples face many problems in the case of agreement, whether they can inherit the estate and whether same-sex couples can live in the HOS and apply for public housing. I heard of them being discriminated against when renting a flat. The landlord refused. In 2015, a gay man Leung Chun Kwok got married in 2014 in New Zealand, and he made a complaint that he was not granted the right to update his marital status. Eventually, in 2019, the Hong Kong Court of Final Appeal held that the government unlawfully discriminated against a gay civil servant by refusing to recognize his same-sex marriage when considering granting local spousal benefits in joint tax assessment. In another research done by Hong Kong U, 78% of Hong Kong people said that same-sex couples should have some or all the rights enjoyed by different sex couples, compared with 73% in 2013. And in 2019, CUHK's School of Journalism and Communication and Public Opinion survey showed that 44% of people agreed or strongly agreed with same-sex marriage, a sharp increase from 27% in 2016. Neutrality towards same-sex marriage and disapproval and strong disapproval fell accordingly over the same period. Whether or not we should legalize is the final decision made by the legislation, while the judiciary has the right to appeal or request for judicial reviews. It is indeed a very time-consuming process, usually in years. Reforming legal and societal environments would also present new uncertainties. Even if one same-sex spouse is Hong Konger, got married in another country, the right of that marriage ordinance in Hong Kong is still uncertain. There is still no legislation in protecting sexual minorities from discrimination in Hong Kong. And the process of legalizing homosexual marriage in Hong Kong also needs different parties' involvement. In general, the attitude towards legalizing homosexual marriage is positive and presents a rising trend. From our research, most participants supported that homosexual marriage should be legalized and that gay partners should enjoy the same right that every local citizen has. Leung's case is indeed a huge milestone in fighting for homosexual rights. However, it still has a long way to go, such as discrimination issue in purchasing private housing mentioned in the interview. Jacob Siu also noted that the most direct way of reducing the gray area is to legislate same-sex marriage. But this is a very long-term issue because it will require long-term public consultation. There will be conflicts between the mainstream nuclear family structure and the traditional Chinese concept of family. To construct a better, democratic, and mutual civil society, people should look forward to room for improvement regarding this issue. And therefore, Hong Kong could become a pleasant and prosperous place, embracing freedom, equality, fairness, and justice.